Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through Flag Hunter, a reverse engineering question that hides the flag within some Python code. The question is under the 2025 section and requires you to download the program's source code. To run the program, use the netcat command provided, and copy that into a terminal and let's see what happens. From its output, it looks like the program is just printing out song lyrics line by line. And after the second section, we see a prompt asking for user input. Just to test things out, I typed something like testing to see if it affects anything. So far, it still looks like the song's just continuing. Nothing weird is happening yet. However, if we look back at every second section, there's actually a line that's being repeated. The refrain section is actually being repeated, and the input I gave appears back in the output. So clearly our input is being inserted into the song somehow. Let's try to figure out how to craft a specific input that reveals the flag. From the start, we can see that the flag is stored in a text file and only gets executed when the secret intro is printed. To understand how this code works, let's go check out the code and see if we can find any clues for the next step. Let's scroll past that and take a look at how the main part of the code works. When analyzing code written by someone else, it helps to leave comments to understand its purpose more easily. Firstly, we see a while loop that continues running until either the song ends or it reaches the maximum number of lines. Inside the while loop, there's a for loop that processes each line of lyric and splits the lyric by semicolons if any are present. Now here's the key part of the program that controls which part of the lyric to display by checking the line's content using if statements. If a line matches a refrain, it prints the refrain section of the lyrics again by jumping to that part of the song. And similarly, if the lyric is crowd, it prompts us for user input, which we already saw being echoed back during earlier runs. The last condition is the most suspicious one. It checks for lines starting with return followed by a number. What's interesting is that we don't actually see this return written directly in the lyrics. If we have a closer look, we realize that return sets lib, the lyric index pointer, to a specific line number. And if we were to trace back where that number points to, we see that it leads us right to the start of the song, which includes the secret intro. Now that we know how to access the secret intro, let's try inserting return 0 when asked for user input and see if it gives us the flag. Give it some time and see if we get the secret intro instead of the refrain. Okay, the problem now is that the input gets turned into crowd, then our user input. But the if statement we have to satisfy will only pass when the line contains exactly return, then followed by a number. So let's find a way to pass our input in a way that bypasses the crowd prefix. Remember earlier in the code, we mentioned that the for loop iterates through parts of the line that are split by semicolons. So if we add a semicolon before the word return, it just split our input into two separate parts. Let's quickly try this with a test input like test1 and test2. We should expect two new lines after the refrain. Perfect, it works. And notice how the second line did not contain crowd. Now let's use return 0 in the second half of our user input and see if we finally can access the secret intro. And there it is. Look right at the bottom, we've got our flag for this level. Copy and paste this back into the website, hit submit, and hopefully it works. Congratulations on finishing another level. I'll see you all in the next one.